Born of a family of separation.
Oh my.
Yes, born of in a family of separation and polygamy with so many challenges.
Yes.
So growing up, we started fending for ourselves at a very tender age. The year 1982, my father has 4 kids. Like I have siblings who are my age of different mothers in that year.
You're telling me your dad has had how many wives?
I'm not telling you how many wives he had, but in the year 1984, when I was just 2 years old, the other wives who were not official in the Boma now brought their kids, now my siblings. Yeah.
Sure.
And they didn't bring the kids so they can come and become the wives. They brought the kids so that dad could take care of them.
In that homestead?
In the homestead.
Yes.
My mom is the first wife, and in Luyaland we respect the 5. She's the goat. Like she's everything. But that broke her heart. Scheduled to go for this recruitment into NYS.
Yes.
Now, at the recruitment, you know, muko wengi, you are all over the place, and you know, the commanders are, can we have a straight line here? Female here, male here. If you're shorter than this, go home. And everybody is anticipating this is NYS. You're going to wear school uniforms.
By that time, were you shorter or were you taller?
I was short.
Hello, good people. Hope you are well wherever you are watching us from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the time maybe you'll be watching this video. We are back again as Veraen Show with another life story. In other words, this channel, we are dedicated to inspire you, transform you, empower you, and also influence you in one way or the other. Remember, there's no one who doesn't have a story. And that story is the one that makes a testimony. And today is another day that the Lord has made for us. We have a guest on the show. And today's guest is going to share with us his life story. So that now you can know we should not only focus on the end result, but also know there is a process. There is a process that people go through to become who they are today. And without further ado, allow me to welcome him on the set. How are you?
I'm very well, very well.
Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
Yes.
My name is Stephen Umeme.
Yeah.
I have branded myself CPA Umeme Steve.
Yes.
And that's the name I am living towards the legacy.
Yeah.
But I was born Stephen Umeme Odera.
Okay.
And born in Western Kenya.
Yes.
In a very nice family.
Yeah.
I cannot say my background was very mean.
Yes.
My grandfather was endowed, but that is like 2 generations before mine.
Yes.
So I cannot say I had difficulties growing up.
Yes.
But here I am, grown up. I am a father of 3.
Wow.
A daughter in Form 3.
Wow.
A son in grade 8.
Wow.
And my last born.
As young as you are.
Yes, yes.
Don't tell me you started family when you are
I started family at 20
years?
No, at 26 I think. Yes, 26 years.
Okay, okay.
And I have one beautiful wife.
Wow.
From Meru County.
Can you just say hi to them?
I went across the country.
I can see.
From Western to Meru.
Yes.
And it's quite something.
Wow.
18 years on, and we're still happily married.
Wow.
And we're living a life that God has given us.
Wow.
And so far, we don't have regrets as to having come together.
Wow.
That would be me.
Yes.
Besides family life, I work in the space of internal audit for about 17 years now.
Wow.
I've worked across many industries.
Yes.
though right now I'm still a student, I'm still upskilling.
Allah.
I tell myself challenges come, but the best would be that an opportunity comes and it finds you prepared.
True,
You would regret when an opportunity comes and you're not prepared. But when you're prepared, then the opportunity will be something good.
True.
So basically, I've been upgrading, upskilling every now and then.
Yes.
I did my KCP in 1996.
Okay.
Yeah. Just before bomb blast.
KCP.
Yes, KCP, KCSE in the year 2000.
Yes.
My life story began way back when I was in class 4.
Class 4.
Yes, in class 4.
Yes.
I'm born of a family of separation.
Oh my.
Yes, born of in a family of separation and polygamy with so many challenges.
Yes.
So growing up, we started fending for ourselves at a very tender age.
True.
And fending for yourself at class 4, class 3 means you start hardening early in life. Yes. Maybe it was a good thing. It makes me who I am.
Sure.
But, we started hardening a long time ago.
Yes.
And growing into the structures of class 4 to class 8, we started fending for ourselves, washing clothes here and there, doing farm work, sometimes going to do farm work for hire, farm work for some coins, and sort out your school fees. You are a class 4, class 5 person, and you're sorting out your school fees.
Yeah, you know, by then, the government, they were not paying for us the school fees.
No.
It's not like today.
But it's nowadays it's like paradise.
Yeah,
I look at what I pay in high school and I'm like, okay, comparatively I'm paying something that would have been affordable even back then.
Yeah.
For the government to be giving the subsidies they do now.
Yes.
That program is quite a brainy thing.
Yes.
Something that the parents now should appreciate.
Yes.
The governments that did that. The Mwai Kibaki government.
Yeah.
Yes. And another one that is Edwafia, though the government is trying to play with it, but it was a very good program for the kids.
Sure.
So, told you my life began when I was in class 4.
Yeah.
And in the year 1982, when I was born, let me tell you something, some fact you might not know in the open.
Yes.
In the year 1982, my father has 4 kids. Like I have siblings who are my age of different mothers in that year.
You're telling me your dad has had how many wives?
I'm not telling you how many wives he had, but in the year 1984, when I was just 2 years old, the other wives who were not official in the Boma now brought their kids, now my siblings. Yeah. Sure. And they didn't bring the kids so they can come and become the wives. They brought the kids so that dad could take care of them.
In that homestead?
In the homestead.
Yes.
My mama is the first wife, and in Luyaland we respect the 5. She's the goat. Like she's everything. But that broke her heart.
Oh my.
Yeah, because she didn't know the existence of these other kids. So in the chaos that erupted, dad decided, let me bring in another wife to take care of these kids, so that my mom could focus on taking care of me and my blood siblings.
Yes.
And that is what killed the relationship between mom and dad. So mom bolted, and the separation happened, and she went away. So we started putting up with the bigger family. You know, but you are age mates, you are young, you don't know what is happening, you're trying to put things together, you know, grasp along the way, and you know, manage yourself as an adult.
True.
And living with your stepmother is quite a story.
I'm telling you, let me ask you, this stepmother was one of the mothers of the siblings we are brought later. Now
that's a bigger story, because this stepmother came in, she was not pregnant, she didn't have a kid, she came. Okay. All right, she agreed to come and become a co-wife to take care of these kids, and along the way she also begot her own kids. Okay. Now we are we are over 10. We don't count. In Luyaland,
Yeah,
we
you
don't
don't
count
count
kids.
children.
So I would say we are in the upwards of double figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my siblings. And living in between this life of separation and polygamy and some hatred came in, some rumors of witchcraft, a lot of things.
Oh my.
And since we were determined to grow through the murky world of the chaos, myself and my siblings, we decided, well, we have to pull through this as young as we are. So we learned how to drive tractors at the age of 7, 8. We were driving tractors. We would go, do kibaruas for on the farm.
Yes.
We would mold bricks, matofali then. You mold bricks, then you go discuss with the school basa to tell him, you know what, we can mold 5,000 bricks. I can see the school is building. We can mold 5,000 bricks, but we don't want you to pay us. What you will do, you will give us one tree from the school compound to roast, to bake the bricks. We will mold them and then sell to you at subsidized price.
Sure.
But then this sale is not for us to consume the money. You just convert that into school fees.
Yes.
Now you can imagine managing that all the way from class 4 to class 8 into high school.
Oh my.
Now in class 8 I did so well.
Yeah.
Back then we were doing 7 subjects.
Sure.
So it was marked out of 700 and
7
I
or
got
9?
700 at that time.
Yeah, 700.
Yeah,
total
700.
marks.
Yes. I got 532.
Wow.
The best in our zone.
Bright
Third
student.
best in the district. It
Doesn't
was
matter
something.
the handles that
it
went
was
through.
something. It was something. Yeah. So having gotten that, like I was the second best in that school, the second best in the zone, third best in the district. It was quite an achievement.
Sure.
And I got a call up to go join a school called Kakamega High School. Right now it's called Kakamega School. Yeah, it's a boys' school. It's a national school right now. Back then it was a provincial school. And the privileges of joining a provincial school, I tell you, even the sub-chief would know.
Wow. Wow.
The sub-chief would know, like they would be interested. How clever is this boy?
Yes.
Yeah, they would come,
Despite
contribute,
the challenges.
support you. When you say high five, you're like, I'm the guy. So I went to Form 1.
Yes.
I didn't last there.
All this time your mama did not come back?
No. My mama came back when I was a grown-up. I was a grown-up when she came back. Actually, she came back 18 years later. I was 20. Actually, 22 when she came back. Yes, I was 22 when mama came back.
Did you accept her back as your mother and she decided to leave you people?
You don't have an option. No, but this is your blood mother. But the discussion between the two families, the family of my mom and the family of my dad, actually is what begot this comeback. So mom came back. Dad has a 5-acre land he inherited from the granddad. And he decides, okay, since you are away this long, I'll give you half an acre.
Yes.
So that ujenge tu hapo kae hapo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what the agreement was because we were not involved.
Yes.
But she wouldn't be considered the wife. All right. So she came to stay there because she's the first wife, and she carries, the privilege of carrying the firstborn son, who is me. I didn't tell you that. I'm the firstborn son.
That is the reason as to why you...
But
you got the stamina as kitambo.
I take the responsibility. So graciously. I have 2 sisters ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah, but in our culture, and I carry the culture with pride.
True.
The son is always the firstborn.
True.
How even if you are 10 girls ahead of the son is the firstborn.
Okay.
So I call myself firstborn.
Yes, the king of the family.
My sister doesn't like it.
Yeah.
My sister doesn't
How
like it.
can you take that honor?
She's left-handed, so she's like, wewe, nikisikia umesema wewe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in Form 1, actually, it was a back and forth.
Yes.
You open on like 3rd of January, and by 2nd of February, you've been sent back home. Back then, schools were very strict.
Yeah.
They would send kids back home without caring when they come back
Yes.
for school fees.
Yes.
Even if you had a balance of 2,000 shillings. So I would be always on the road. 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off. And I was doing well.
Wow.
In Form 1, I was studying and doing well. I was an average performer. In some subjects, I was even best performing. So when it was in Form 2, my dad felt the weight, because now my support of, fending for myself and supporting my fees and requirements was limited, because I was in boarding school.
True.
Okay.
True.
So we wake up and tomorrow is opening day, and dad calls me and tells me, you know what, kijana, I think the best for you would be to join this day school here. It's a community development school, a memorial school for somebody, some guy who died, a politician's son who died, and the school was named after him, and the family donated, like those village community schools.
Yes.
Purely without structures, without resources. Teachers are sourced here and there. Some of them are Form 4 leavers who are in between high school and university. Like they take up those teaching practices. So I joined that school. I didn't even go to Kakamega High to clear. My dad went to pick my box.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. He picked my box and came with it.
Yes.
And the second week of opening Form 2, I joined that day school. Took it graciously. But again, in my mind, I was just looking at Form 4.
Okay.
Looking at Form 4.
Yes.
So what we did, we just went back to the old ways of, can we fend for ourselves? Can we manage this? By then, my brother was joining Form 1. He refused to go to high school that is boarding.
Oh, Lord.
So I will always honor that guy.
Wow.
My brother, my age mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said, no, Dad, I want to join this school. It's called Saisi Boys.
Yeah.
I want to join Saisi Boys so I can be around to continue doing what I do. So I am in Form 2, my brother is in Form 1. We continue doing our usual vibaruas to make
jobs.
ends meet and have some coins and patch up uniforms, support the school fees, blah, blah, blah. First term, my brother is number 1 in Form 1. I am number 1 in Form 2.
Wow.
Second term, my brother is number 1 in Form 1. I am number 1 in Form 2. Like it was a trend all the way. We were very good performers.
Wow.
When I joined to Form 3. Now my other sister, who we were born in the same year, was joining Form 1.
Yes.
In the same school.
Yes.
So we are like 3.
Yeah.
Then when I go to Form 4, my other brother joins Form 1. So every class is represented by our families.
Sure.
We owned the streams.
Wow.
Yeah, we owned the streams.
Yes.
So that was the struggle in high school. And in Form 4, I surprised myself. Told you, even in the transfer from a prestigious school to this local school, I was still focused on delivery. I was focused on what I can get out of Form 4. Sure. Without resources, without structures, with a school that is not well equipped, not even well recognized in the zone, leave alone the district. True. Those days there were no sub-counties, wards, it was zones, locations, sub-locations, locations, districts. But in between there was zoning, just so that the examination and testing can be done in a more localized way. So I was a good student. In Form 4 I got a B-.
Wow.
The very first one in that school.
Wow.
A school that was established in the late 80s. Come 2000 is when they are getting their first B-. And guess who that is?
Umeme, Steve.
It was an achievement.
Stima.
I still appear on the roll of honors.
Let me tell you one thing. That says, if you are in a good school without no complications, no challenges, you are a name material.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
It's straight.
Yes, yes.
Without any discussion.
And it happens to very many students.
Wow.
The kids come from privileged families, well-off families, and they take everything for granted. The father or parents, manage to put them in a good school, pay up school fees on time, give them resources. But since everything is come easy, then they're like, I can relax. Wow. My dad has this. Wow. So I'll fall back after. Sure. But you realize after Form 4, your parents become broke. They become broke.
Kabisa.
Let me give you a story about me being an uncle.
Yes.
You see, I used to think all my uncles are rich. I used to think all of them are rich, and when I tell them I need this, they should just, rush to the mall and bring.
Yes.
But then when I became an uncle, I realized not all uncles are rich.
Yeah, true.
Not all uncles are rich.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I've done well in Form 4, got a B minus.
Yeah.
But then, you see, the government at that time, the Joint Admissions Board, the JAB, the CUSPs of today, the JAB would give a cutoff point for direct entry into university.
Yes.
The rest of the students below that cutoff point would do
Colleges.
bridging college
Yes.
courses or join TVETs.
Imagine.
Or do a repeat of Form 4.
True.
Yeah. So the cutoff point was 64 points.
Wow, that is B.
But it was a B minus
B
of
minus.
64 points.
Oh, 64 points.
But
yeah.
then I got a B minus of 62 points.
Oh Lord.
Just 2 points.
Oh,
2
Lord.
points and I would be a direct entry, get help, you know, get support structures and join university and do my thing. My father wanted me to be a doctor or a nurse. Actually wanted to be an engineer. I ended up being an accountant.
Yes.
I'll tell you about it.
Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, it's quite
Two parallel lines
something.
will
Yeah?
never meet.
Yes, yes. And to date, he still reminds me, by the way, my old man reminds me,
Yes.
you know, I wanted you to be a nurse. I wanted you to be a doctor. Ungekuwa mtu sai unaangalia mtu unamwambia you are not well here, you are well here. But now look, right now you're looking at invoices and telling them you are not well here.
Why did you pay this?
Looking at invoices, but well, it's a journey. As
Yeah,
you
it
began
is.
the show, you said
Sure.
it's a journey.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have this Form 4 B minus. I have 2 points minus to reach the cutoff point. And looking at the line of my siblings behind me, I'm like, well, my dad's 5 acres. And the chaos that are with the siblings that are behind me cannot manage parallel degree. Okay. So in the year 2001, I did some manual work. I did some manual work at Kappa Oil Refineries. I did parking, like night parking. You'd be paid 482 shillings
Yes.
per night.
By then
You
it was
park
a lot
three,
of money.
yeah, you park 3 lorries. But zile sabuni, mafuta
Yeah.
mafuta. So in the evening you report at 6. You park 1 lorry for 4 hours.
Yes.
At 9 or 10 there, you rest, have a cup of sturungi. Yes.
Yeah, true tea.
Exactly, with some 2 mandazis.
Yes.
Then you embark on the second lorry. By 2 you are done with that one. Then you start another one at 3. Then you finish at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you go home, rest the day, then do it again in the evening. It was
yeah.
night shift. Parking was done at night. When it was a large quantity mass production, then we would change the casuals who are doing parking to go into the production floor. So
Yes.
I started those manual works in 2001.
Yes.
But then in 2002, I said, I really desire to go to university, but I can start with college.
Yeah.
So I come back home, I go back home and tell Dad, you know what, I want to go to university. And if I can get sponsorship, it will help, because looking at what we have here as resources, it's not enough.
True.
It's not enough. I have other people. My dad was like, no, I'll have a piece of land, sell it, take you to university. Then when you have arrived, you can come and back me up with the rest of your siblings. But then in between, you are like, let me obey my parents, let me listen to others. Then something comes up. You start applying for parallel degree programs.
Yeah.
I applied to Moi University, Eldoret. I applied to University of East Africa, Baraton.
Yes.
I applied to Kisii College. They were having a nursing course before it became Egerton University.
Yes.
So a lot of those happened. Some came back negative, some came back positive, and looking at the fee structure, you'd be scared. But there's one unique one. In September of 2002, NYS was recruiting.
Wow.
Yes. And me and my bro, we say, yeah, let's go and try. Yeah.
Yes.
In between, we had tried Jeshi, police, prisons,
Yes.
and they were like, no, you're too short.
Even by that time, your brother now had already finished Form 4.
Yes.
And he also
finished
passed
in
well.
2001. He passed well.
Wow.
He passed well. He got a C plus.
Wow.
He passed well.
Yeah.
But with an E in math. I always remind him he got an E in math.
Tulikuwa tunasema ni foko jembe.
Yeah. Yes, he got that one.
Oh,
but I
Lord.
tell you what, he's a lecturer now. He's a lecturer. His journey is quite another story.
Wow.
But then in 2002 September,
Yes.
a response comes back from Baraton University, the University of East Africa, Baraton.
Yes.
They're calling me for a degree program,
Yes.
parallel degree program in nursing. And on that week, I have scheduled to go for this recruitment into NYS.
Yes.
Now, at the recruitment, muko wengi, you are all over the place, and the commanders are, can we have a straight line here, female here, male here? If you are shorter than this, go home. And everybody is anticipating, this is NYS. You're going to wear school uniforms.
By that time, were you shorter or were you taller?
I was short. I was short. And something funny, I have a missing tooth.
Yes.
So the experience of KDF recruitments came back rolling, and you're like, I don't stand a chance.
Yes.
Then I remembered something happened when we were at police recruitment before that NYS. The commander would stand and say, okay, if you got a C and above,
yes,
stand this side.
yes,
C and below, stand this side. But if you got a C, stand here. So those of us with the C plus and above, stand here.
Yes.
Then the queue that is C, plain C, stands here.
Yeah.
Then C minuses and below the crowd. There were this many.
Yes.
So they are like, okay, for you who are C minus and below, we'll take you through the process. Those who are at C, you will have a discussion.
Jesus.
Anybody above C plus,
You don't belong here.
please go to university. And that's the police, the prisons, they had the same script. Police, prisons, KWS, KDF, they had the same script.
Yes.
Like if you are C plus and above, you don't belong. Nowadays, they consider.
They do consider.
By the way they look at your qualifications, they are like, you fit in our structures. But back then, having a C plus was a crime. You could not.
I do tend to think, they consider nowadays because you are supposed to go to various departments that you support. Not necessarily in that line.
Exactly.
Yes.
But again, I don't know where they got the script from. Along the way, it has changed.
Yes.
So we are here having that same discussion with the NYS recruiters. The commander is very strict. It was called Afande Tanui.
Yeah.
He was the
You remember him
deputy
today?
director operations. I will never forget him. I always looked for him like, that's the guy who recruited me.
Yes.
Yeah, always in my journey at NYS.
Yes.
So he says the same script. Those below C, this side. C, stand here. Anybody above C plus, this side. So we go this side and we are like 7 people. 7 people who have C plus and above.
Yes.
There were 3 ladies and 4 gentlemen.
Yes. You
I still remember them. Yes, I'm here among them. I have my B plus, my B minus.
Very strong.
Yeah.
Very
and I'm so proud about it.
Yes.
But then, I don't know if that pride applies here.
Yes.
Well, so Tanui says, okay, those who are at C will have a discussion,
Yes.
but the rest, you can join that group of officers, they'll take you through the process.
Yes.
For those who are C plus and above, the 7 of you, can you go to that tent for your medicals?
Oh, Lord.
Medicals. You see, in the recruitment process,
Yes.
for these disciplined forces,
Yes.
they take you through physical checkup. Actually, the physical checkup by observation. Fanya mkono hivi, panua mdomo, simama straight, your height, your weight, are you pregnant? Those are by observation. Then they take you through the exercise of, jumping around, running around to see how your body can endure those exercises. Then you go around the field like you're doing marathon, right? Then the first 10 get that consideration.
Yes.
The rest of you go back,
Yes.
go back home.
True.
So, then after that, that's when you can now be told, okay, go for medical.
Yes.
You get medical evaluation,
Yes.
then you are either taken or dropped.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But kind of the way he told us to go to that medical tent, medical testing tent, we were skipping all this. And if we were progressing to that level, then it means by default we have passed this other stage.
Sure.
Mungu ni naye.
Si binadamu.
Mungu ni naye.
Si binadamu.
So, we go, the 7 of us, you know, we're done with the medicals, and at around midday, when the rest of them are coming back from the village, those running trucks are run into the village, you know, like a marathon, then come back into the field where you're given numbers and told, okay, up to this number you can go for the next stage. Up to this number, please go back home. Yeah. So we get joined by the first 15. Actually, the first 15 from the running, they joined the 7 of us. Okay, to make 22. So these 15 come, do medicals. One lady was pregnant, and she was told, for us to admit you into the program, you need to endure the first 6 months of training, and you cannot do that with your pregnant state. So we'll give you another chance in the next recruitment. It's not actually a discrimination or a rejection. It's because they are taking care of your health also at onboarding. When you onboard and you're pregnant, then it means you'll not do the basic training, and that is mandatory. So the lady who was pregnant, she was told, okay, we'll give you a consideration in the next recruitment if it will be after you've given birth. Then you'll be evaluated medically to see how fit you are to go through a paramilitary training. So we are joined with those, the 14, they go through the medical, we all pass somehow. I don't know if it was by default. They would do blood tests, blood sample, blood pressure, blood sugar, a lot of those. They make you do a few things, and they're like, okay, you look fit. Then they do a medical certificate. Then with the medical certificate and the call-up notice, you are now a recruit into the NYS. So I carry that and go back home. And I'm looking at the admission letter for Baraton University, degree in nursing. And I'm looking at my call-up notice into NYS. And this call-up notice does not tell you. You see, the program in NYS is like, you join, do paramilitary training for some time. It is usually between 4 and 6 months. Ours went up to 9 months because it was in between governments. That is when Moi was retiring and Kibaki taking over. It was a political period, and the graduation was supposed to be attended by the head of state. So it was difficult for Moi to break off the campaigns to come attend to our graduation. So it was pushed forward to after elections. And that is when Kibaki took over, and Mudi Awori was the deputy president. Very first one after, the long stay of George Saitoti. George Saitoti was the only vice president, by the way. Along the life history of Moi, he would be fired today, tomorrow he's the vice president. He fired again the other month, he is still reappointed. I don't know what he had, but that guy was like a life vice president. So Mudi Awori is the vice president under Kibaki, and Kibaki, when he joined, when he ascended into power, he was incapacitated. Alikuwa amepata hiyo accident. So he couldn't do a lot of these activities. So he delegated, and Mudi Awori came to pass out the parade. Marching, parade, military. So you see, in the NYS, you serve the government, all right? You do that paramilitary training, then you serve the government on a voluntary basis. Then they sponsor you into a course of your choice based on your qualifications. That is how the program runs. Nowadays, okay, back then you'd only go into the NYS camps and barracks to do your courses for the limited number of schools. But nowadays, it has been improved. You go into TVETs outside NYS, and you can take on any course of your choice. But those days, the courses were limited. So here I am. I've passed out in February of 2003, and we are sent into now nation building. They call it nation building, where you're serving the government on voluntary basis for you to pay back the school fees they would pay for you at college. At that time, there were only very limited number of courses, including driving, plant operators, craftsmanship, secretarial, and then came CPA. Yes, the CPA course was introduced in 2004 at NYS. Now, I have served NYS since 2003 up to 2004. Now, in 2005 is when I'm given a course to study. Because the colleges were limited, so you would wait until a year is done for the first cohort to go out into the second year or a subsequent stage, then the other stage would join in as beginners. All right. So the first class of CPAs joined in 2004.
Okay.
So for those of us who had graduated in 2 or 3, they gave priority to those who had graduated in NYS paramilitary training before 2002. So those ones who qualified for CPA joined CPA 04. We call it CPA 04, but it was the pioneer class. So in between, before I joined college, you graduate and then you're sent into the field to do nation building. I was sent into a bush called Lambwe Valley. Now, Lambwe Valley is in between, it is in Homa Bay County. It is in between a national park, like in the middle of a national park. The park is called Ruma National Park. Yeah? And the nearest village is like 50 kilometers away. And on the other side, the park touches the lake. Yeah? So, like, if you want to walk to the nearest shopping center, you would have to do like a whole day walk.
What?
Whole day walk.
Non-stop?
Non-stop. And you know, we would pick a few of us and do it like we're hiking. No wonder I do hiking a lot nowadays.
That is what I wanted to tell you. That is where you got the passion from.
Yes. Actually, it was forced on me. It is called disciplined forces. Disciplined forces is not disciplined forces. It's actually forced discipline.
What?
They force you to think in a certain way.
What?
Yes, obey orders, obey commands in a certain way. And even the rights that are given under the Constitution that you should not obey, even in the forces, there are acts, KDF Act, NYS Act, Police Act, they state clearly, you are not obligated to obey unlawful orders. But again, they tell you, you must obey orders and commands. So in between, you'll be obeying unlawful orders somehow by having been forced into thinking that way. But it is life in there, and we don't speak about it so much outside those barracks, because the act also is clear about what it is you can say outside your cocoons of barracks, and what chain of command you need to follow for certain information to reach the public, in like the media or addressing a community sitting or a baraza. There is a chain of command, and they give you a structured delivery. You don't just go with an open speech. They give you a structured delivery, so that when you are speaking, then you are reflecting the uniform. That uniform is very important. You are reflecting the uniform. At any point you speak contrary to what the uniform would require for you to do, whether you are being honest or not, then there will be a court-martial. Court-martial is where they sit you down like a normal disciplinary committee in a corporate world, and take you through your offenses, and then give you a punishment that befits. Because even the act, structures the disciplinary process.
Maybe the most severe kind of disciplinary action is to be sacked?
Yes, not actually to be sacked. It is like to be released back into your village, because it's a voluntary service.
All right.
Yeah, it's a voluntary service. Nowadays, the volunteerism is a little gone, because there are privileged recruits. Because when the president, the former president Uhuru, gave the priority to NYS recruits to join the ranks of disciplined forces, you would find KDF coming to NYS to recruit a specific platoon of recruits. Kenya Police would come and say, okay, we want 70 from NYS specifically. There is a year that Kenya Forest came and took about 200 recruits from NYS. The advantage they have is that you've already gone through the basic paramilitary training. So what they will do to you is take you through the arms drills, and then of course the act that is responsible, like the Prisons Act, Police Act, and then you are ready-made material. So they skip that 6 months of paramilitary training. It becomes easy, intergovernmental coordination. So I'm done with this. I'm serving in Lambwe. You're given an allowance. By the way, we were given allowances.
That is what I wanted to ask.
Nowadays they give good allowance, but before then we were given 300 shillings a month.
But you're given food? And
food is there, everything. Like that 300 shillings just to top up a few things.
Okay.
Even monthly supplies, they would give you a bar of soap, two rolls of tissue, and a medium-sized kiwi to brush your shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, kunga kiatu. The boot.
Vizuri.
Yes, the boot
Yes.
has also a class. Yeah. So the government would give you all those supplies, and they'll give you 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
And in between there's 10 o'clock tea.
10 o'clock
So
tea.
you are well catered for. And the good thing is that we were self-sufficient. Like in Lambwe, we were planting plantations of maize,
Okay.
and beans and watermelon.
Oh, you had
And
a
then
lot of
in
plenty
Yatta,
food.
like in Yatta, in Ukambani, they would plant plantations of beans, yellow beans, and watermelon. So instead of them buying maize, they would buy from Lambwe. And then Lambwe, instead of buying beans, they would buy from Yatta. So it becomes easy, and self-sufficiency arrives.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
There are other camps that do road construction.
Yes.
Like Garissa and Balambala, they do road construction.
Yes.
Tarbo Field Unit, they do a lot of plantation
Yeah.
agriculture and
Yes.
dairy farming.
Yes.
So the NYS system is well structured to be self-sufficient. Even these monies that are being allocated from the government, the ones that were involved in the scandals, it was because the capacity of recruitment, the capacity of trainees, and the recruits in the system had increased. When Kibaki came in, he actually enhanced our structures. But when Uhuru came in, they relooked at the NYS Act, reviewed it, and then enhanced the capacity. Right now, when they recruit between 7,000 and 10,000. Back then, when they were recruiting, it was about 2,000, 3,000. In my year of graduation, we were only like 2,800. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So it was a lower capacity. Right now, it is this big. That's why there is too much cash from the exchequer into NYS to service them, to manage them,
Yes.
to supplement what
Yes.
they are doing to self-sustain.
Okay.
Because it cannot be self-sustaining.
Sure.
Yeah. So looking at all those structures, and I'm in Lambwe, Lambwe Valley, I told you, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It is in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And if you want to travel, the nearest town is either Mbita or Homa Bay. And Mbita is about 50 kilometers away, Homa Bay close to 100 kilometers away. Only 2 vehicles available. The first one passes there at 6 a.m. The second one at 3 p.m.
What?
You miss the 6 a.m. one, you have to wait the whole day for the 3 p.m. one.
Capacity of that vehicle is 14.
But, no, it's the 32-seater bus.
32-seater bus.
But yes, you see the FH lorries that have been turned into buses.
Yes.
The former school buses.
Yes.
Yes, those ones.
Yes.
And it is a rough road, and it's in the bush, in the Ruma National Park.
Yes.
So that was the life there. But then in 2004, we were told, okay, now you can choose your courses, because next year we'll have the open slots for people who graduated in 202 and 203, and that is you.
Yes.
That is me now.
Yes.
So I look at the available cluster of courses, and I say, okay, let me try this accounting.
Yes.